Hey, what's happening, everyone? This is GBall, and today we're taking a look at the new Ultimate Monthly Knife Club box. This is for August, and I'm really excited about this one. I absolutely love gear, and it feels like this is packed full. Now, if you've never stopped by here before, welcome to GBall Vision. Drop me a comment below and let me know what your EDC is looking like today. We're going to try to get into this nice and carefully. So the Ultimate box is going to be their top tier versatile box, I would say. It comes with a bunch of different gear on a month-to-month basis, and then you're going to get a premium knife in the box as well. Not to be confused with their other programs. They have one called the ONYX Plus, and that is where you get a single premium knife every month. And for August, it was the Steed, which you see right here in front of you. I have not been able to put this knife down. I absolutely love it. M390. It is a button frame lock, and it is executed beautifully. That is the type of knife you're going to get in the ONYX Plus program. And I believe that one comes in at $200 a month. The knives you're going to see, at least for the last 3 months, have been over $250. The Remet actually comes in at $290. So did the Soothsayer from last month. Lots of value when it comes to these various boxes. We'll have all that information I just said to you down in the description, along with a link over to Monthly Knife Club's website. You always got to dig into the bottom of the box and find your card. That's going to give you all the information on the items in the box and what their value is. And you always got to dig out your sticker for the month. Every month it comes with a new different sticker. And you can see what we have here for this month. We're going to kick it off with the Atwood rope. I'm very familiar with Atwood. They are a US company, and they produce some of the best paracord in the game. We're going to be looking at 100 feet of 550 paracord, all weather resistant, 550 pound test, which is why it's called 550 cord, UV resistant, ties very well, and has a 7-strand core. 8 lines in one. 100 feet can be turned into hundreds by pulling out the 7 inner strands. You can use them as individual cords, which means they are individually rated for a certain weight, and Atwood is at the top of the game when it comes to high quality paracord. I have a bunch of different Atwood products. They have all kinds of different contraptions, and they do a phenomenal job with the varying paracords. That is an $11 value, and that's a nice touch to get us started. The next thing up is going to be the Gondek EDC Tactical Hank, and that's going to be very self-explanatory. A $12 value, and definitely I see these things can go up $30, $40, so $12 seems very reasonable. It has the topo pattern, which I like quite a bit. And then you have the all blacked out backside with the Gondek EDC tag. Very clean looking hank. For those of you who aren't familiar what you do with a hank in regards to EDC, it's just a nice thing to have with you to keep your blades, multi-tools, whatever you might be carrying with you clean, as well as maybe a phone screen or a camera screen, keeping those things wiped down, as well as taking photos with your gear on top of it. You gotta include a hank with your photos, of course. A lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. That is a nice little touch there, Gondek EDC hank. And then the next gizmo is going to be the Outdoor Edge Paraclaw, and this is a $25 value here, and it looks like it's going to be a bracelet. It is a bracelet. Paracord knife bracelet. I'm familiar with Outdoor Edge. I've had a couple of their different contraptions. Can we get this out of here without needing a knife? No. Yes we can. I got strong hands, ma. See, look at that. Look at that. So we got the Paraclaw, a paracord bracelet, and that's going to lock in there. Hey, a little backup blade for you. That's cool. I don't think I've seen anything quite like that. And you can adjust how much length you need, because I highly doubt that'll fit my wrist. I got, that might be close. Maybe a little bit. Pretty surprising there that I struggle to find stuff to fit my wrists a lot of times. I don't think that would actually fit. Might have to try to, can we get some slack through here? I think we can. I think we can get extra slack. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do that. There we go. Look at that. There we go. So that clamps on there like that. That'll work nice. As far as specs go, we're looking at actually 8CR13 MOV, ran 57 to 58. So they're actually putting a good steel on this thing, and they're being transparent with the HRC. And if I remember correctly, 57 to 58 is actually a good spot for 8CR13. So, you know, not that you're going to be using this for cutting performance, but that'll make a nice little backup blade. And you have paracord, which is, you know, like we just discussed. Paracord is a very important part of being prepared. The next item in the box is going to be the Bestechman Cicadas wing. And this is a $65 to $76 EDC knife. And it's going to be coming in 10CR. We're looking at a crossbar lock with G-Mascus handles. That's actually really good looking. The purplish pink and black. Dual thumb studs for the deployment. 10CR for the blade steel. I'm not sure. 10CR 15 is what I think it says there. And then we're looking at a deep carry clip. It is recessed, and that is going to be reversible for lefties. Nice little lanyard hole there for the lanyard fans. Perfectly centered up. Bestech does a great job with build quality, the materials they use, and this looks like it's going to be nice and thin, so that should cut pretty well. Not going to get, here again, not going to get super steel levels of edge retention or any other feature, but it is going to be a decent steel for just a general day-to-day EDC. Let's go ahead and see what we are looking at for the big dog of the box. And let's slide this out of the way a little bit here. We'll make way for the big dog in the box here, and that is going to be taped up. The knife we are looking at is an awesome, awesome knife. It is called the Dark Wing. This actually was just released in 2026, a couple months back, I believe it was. And it is an outstanding, outstanding knife. I actually had the pleasure of checking one of these out previously. And these are going to retail from $200 up to $266, depending on the variant. And that right there, folks, is the entire price of the box. The box itself for the Ultimate program is $189. And you routinely get knives just like this. And I've said it time and time again, when you get these ultimate plans, it's like you're buying the knife and then you get a bunch of other cool stuff along with your purchase. That's basically how I've looked at it every single time. And is it going to be for every person, you know, 100% success every single item every time? You know, realistically, you're probably going to get some stuff that you might not see a need for or that you don't like. But I would say more often than not, you get very useful items and very high value items out of the boxes, right? 100 feet of Atwood paracord, a backup blade in the Bestechman here, and then a nice little trinket, the paracord knife bracelet. But the Dark Wing here is going to be coming in S35VN for the blade steel. You have this crazy harpoon tanto blade, and it has a lot of character going on with it. You have a cutout dual thumb studs, and a front flipper for the deployment. And then you're looking at a titanium handle with a very cool ano. The pocket clip along with the back spacer, the detent feels very good. A lot of you out there already have this knife, and let us know what you think down in the comments. And also let me know what you think of the new Ultimate Monthly Knife Club box. I always look forward to hearing from you. Like I said, I will have links and more info down in the description on all these items, along with the ONYX Plus program. And you can still get in on the ONYX Plus. You can still get in on the Ultimate plan. They are available up until a certain day. It depends on when you're watching this, but at the time of recording this, you can still get in on both plans, and both of them very well worth it, in my opinion, of course. Do me a solid and hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. I'll pop up a couple of new videos you haven't seen yet. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.